Wow. That is why I love this network. Welcome to 2016 Tessitura Learning and Community Conference. Once again, it's my pleasure to say, hello, Tessitura. This annual Tessitura Network Global Gathering is undoubtedly the best place to be every year for learning, knowledge sharing, networking, collaborating, strategic thinking, innovation, trend watching, you name it. And a business model with a nonprofit company serving the nonprofit arts and cultural sector makes this company and this community unique. I look out at all of you from all types and sizes of organizations, and I get excited about the week ahead. The energy, the passion, the anticipation in this room is undeniable. And it is so good to be back here in Washington, D.C. We have a lot of local representation of the network in this great area. As a matter of fact, we were here in 2010. And in 2010, you welcomed us. So I'd like to also welcome you today from the Tessitura Network. There are 19 organizations represented in the Tessitura Network. We have a lot of locals this year. You are a diverse group of Tessitura-powered organizations, so it's only fitting that we recognize you. In the order that you became license holders, and please hold your applause till the end. First, the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, the Washington National Opera, Smithsonian Associates, Music Center at Strathmore in North Bethesda, Maryland, National Symphony Orchestra, also part of the Kennedy Center, Washington Performing Arts, the Woolly Mammoth Theater Company, Studio Theater, Arena Stage, National Geographic Society, Folger Shakespeare Library, a big year for them as it's the 400th anniversary of Shakespeare's death, Imagination Stage in Bethesda, Maryland, Signature Theater in Arlington, Virginia, George Washington's Mount Vernon, where we'll all be going tomorrow night, Hillwood Estate Museum and Gardens in Northwest Washington, D.C., a beautiful place, Ford's Theater, a historic theater and museum, Friends of the National Zoo, where you can see the pandas and much more, Adventure Theater Musical Theater in Glen Echo, Maryland. There are 19 total organizations in the greater D.C. area. So what the heck? Well, all you locals, all you greater Washington, D.C. organizations, please stand up. Don't be shy. Come on, guys. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming us to your home. Actually, as we look at the diversity of genres and types of organizations, the Washington, D.C. is a microcosm of the network itself. Performing arts centers, opera, orchestras, zoos, historic attractions, gardens, theaters, ranging from small and innovative to large and historic. And the broad coverage of this great market is representative of what typically happens when Tessitura enters a region. Word spreads rapidly, and Tessitura becomes a trusted resource and partner. Coming back to Washington, D.C. caused me to reflect upon where the network was back in 2010 as a company, as a community, and as a conference. That year, in 2010, when I opened the conference at the Kennedy Center, I was excited about a number of things. To name just a few, it was our 10th TLCC, and this is our Sweet 16th, and we continue to evolve and grow. Attendance at 913 approached 1,000 for the first time. That was large for sure, but in the 6 years since then, we have more than doubled our conference attendance, and today we approach 2,000. In 2010, our software was being used in 6 countries by 329 organizations. We are now in 8 countries with over 225 more organizations using Tessitura than when we gathered in 2010. In 2001, we started the company with just 2 of us. In 2010, our great Tessitura team numbered what for me was an astounding number, 55 incredible, talented, and dedicated people. It's thus beyond astounding to me that we have more than tripled the team size since then. And in 2010, we had just embarked on a project codenamed Next Generation. Industry pundits said it couldn't be done. The complete re-architecture of an active product in an evolutionary, non-disruptive way. But Next Generation resulted in version 11, which we successfully launched in 2012. And this young man, Finley, just completed kindergarten. And version 11 was followed by version 12, the largest and most feature-rich release in Tessitura history. And our Next Generation baby was joined by younger brother Oliver. These handsome young men belong to one of our senior software developers, Ryan Krebs. My, how time flies and kids grow. Well, I thought I was enthusiastic about the Tessitura network then, but I could not have imagined how much more excited I would be about Tessitura network today. What has happened in the last 6 years, and for that matter, even in the past year since we gathered for TLCC in Orlando in 2015, is electrifying as the network works to benefit all of you, the people who bring arts and culture to the world. So last year, to open the conference, I told actually a very personal story of career decisions and the creation of the Tessitura network. This year, rather than script out some kind of formal address, I decided instead to put together a brief list of my top reasons why I am excited about the Tessitura network in 2016 and beyond. And I want to share that brief list with you today. So here it is. Jack's top 6,427 reasons to be excited about the Tessitura network in 2016 and beyond. A top 10 list was not enough, and neither was a top 1,000 list. So here we go. Reason 6,427. Our continually evolving technology for Tessitura software, Tessitura web products, Tessitura access control, and Tessitura business intelligence, and much more. See, just 6,426 more to go. Pricing rules were released this past year, enabling smarter automated upselling and cross-selling, plus smart messaging, both online and on-premises. And with pricing rules, we marked the completion of version 12, our biggest functional release in history, features across the organization, capabilities benefiting all departments. Plans and portfolios for fundraisers, Tessitura roving box office, quick sale composite tickets, NSCAN version 6, enhanced communications management, new pricing setup, and much more. Now, version 14 is nearing completion. No version 13, please. And it will include a significant new feature, resource scheduling. Chuck Reif, our head of technology, will be discussing this during tomorrow's technology address. We are really enthusiastic about this, as you are, about this new highly requested capability. Plus, you will see a web application embedded within Tessitura. Beginning of a trend? Well, stay tuned. And the continual advancement of our web products continues in lockstep with Tessitura development. As new capabilities such as pricing and messaging rules are developed for Tessitura, they're available at no cost for our TNU users. TNU version 7 will be fully responsive with a totally redesigned interface. And the 320 organizations, that's almost 2/3 of you, that power your online transactions with TNU will benefit immediately from the flexibility, the design, and the responsiveness of this great new platform, providing your customers with a state-of-the-art experience. And there's great news for the 159 users of TN Mobile Plus as well. With the continuing evolution of TN Mobile Plus as a customer engagement tool, plus the addition of location-based services that can increase revenue and improve the customer experience. And we are heading in directions that you want to go, since prioritization and guidance of this great work is done by you through your input on our roadmap sessions, the recent roadmap day, the roadmap sessions here at this conference, and all the other places where you can provide input to help your community guide our priorities. The services of many types are a critical part of our mission-driven business model of technology plus services plus community. We have been busy expanding and enhancing what we provide. Speaking of extending your team's resources, 38 of your organizations are taking advantage of what we call Tessitura Technical Services. That team provides Tessitura administration, IT, custom reports, and much more on demand and on retainer. Our global consulting team that provides all of these services is large and talented. And that team grew even stronger this past year to keep up with your ongoing needs as we added new license holders. And incredibly, it took us years to have the company reach 30 team members, and we added 32 new consultants this past year. And the network merged with Clear Sky, thus adding 15 great people simultaneously, including Yvonne Medanich to lead our North American consulting team. The enterprise consulting team worked on projects all over the world this past year. The group's capabilities to build capabilities for your organization, to raise more funds and improve the organization. They provide guidance on CRM, fundraising, marketing, and organizational structure for all genres and types of organizations. And we will continue to introduce new programs in 2017 and beyond to meet your needs that you identify. So I'm pleased to stand here and announce for the first time that in March of 2017, we will be launching Tessitura's Center for Professional Development. Imagine that. This program is based on input from you and is focused on training staff to be Tessitura proficient. Starting with ticketing and development and expanding to system administration in the second semester later in 2017, this new Learning Resources program will combine a distance learning phase with an immersive on-site classroom training phase. The Professional Development Center will give individuals the foundational knowledge and practical skills to become Tessitura power users for your organizations. You'll hear more about this program in September. And then there is community. Community is the third part of our formula that makes us unstoppable as the leading provider of unified CRM and enterprise-wide software and services for arts and cultural organizations. Community is actually our secret sauce. It's just as important to the community and to the network as technology and services. Community is in our DNA. In fact, it gets another spot on my list. And yes, one more. It's that unique. Our Tessitura community, your community of peers, doing what you do on a daily basis, sharing successes, knowledge, lessons learned, and best practices, not just how to use Tessitura better, but how to run your businesses and your organizations better. The Tessitura community is an amazing mix of organizations pursuing your missions to connect arts and culture all over the world. Individually, you have so much to offer. Collectively, you are even more impressive, representing a multitude of genres and disciplines with an amazing global reach, ranging in size from small and mighty to globally recognized brands. And this year, as in every year, the Tessitura network has grown, and that has made your community stronger. This year, we added 7 cultural and educational attractions, 3 new festivals, a respected film center, 7 museums, 7 orchestras, 2 operas, 2 performing arts centers, 8 theaters, and 1 university arts center. So combine all these great Tessitura community members together with the 515 organizations when we last gathered in Orlando, and that means that we have 554 members of the community. We're that strong. Can you believe it? We are proud, privileged, and honored to work with all of your organizations and all of you. And importantly, the Tessitura Network is in 8 countries. So thank you for many of you for taking the time to come across continents and for all of you to come across North America or even across Washington, D.C. So why is this diversity and global reach important? You share knowledge with each other. And your differences enable cross-pollination of best practices from one genre to another, and from different cultures to another. And cross-pollination of ideas opens up possibilities that might never have been considered. And your similarities help you share insights to help each of you have the ability to benefit from your community interactions. And the insights sharing are personified at Tessitura gatherings. Yes, you are all different, but the common language that you speak that binds you together is Tessitura. And you are a generous community with your innovation and your insights. The Tessitura Innovator Series powers the spread of these ideas around the world, not only to other members of the Tessitura community, but to anyone, anywhere in the arts and cultural sector. We have 43 Innovator Series now available on demand through our YouTube channel, Business Insights for Arts and Culture. And after Heather and Annie and Nick present their Innovator Series on Wednesday, we'll soon have 46. So, speaking of knowledge sharing, there are active forums and ideas and best practices shared 24/7 on TessituraNetwork.com. We know, yes, we really know, that our digital presence is way overdue for an overhaul. Well, I'm pleased to announce that we are not just overhauling it, we are going to throw it away and launch a new website, a better web and mobile experience. And an improved community knowledge sharing platform, and this will come out in the coming months. The new digital presence is a high priority for the company. TessituraNetwork.com is our primary vehicle for communication, for connection, for collaboration. It is our window to the world, and we want that to be a high visibility window. So stay tuned. But you can't talk about the power and demonstrated value of knowledge sharing without talking about TLCC. In fact, let's give TLCC another spot on the list, and yet another. This annual gathering is the physical manifestation of community that happens the other 360 days of the year, virtually or in smaller gatherings of community members around the world. As Don said, there are 255 sessions this year, 255. During some of the time slots, we have 20 sessions to choose from. What great programming. They were presented by 411 panelists, presenters, moderators, and gurus. This is an involved community for sure. And we don't plan these sessions, you do. The 231 volunteer representatives of the community that form the conference planning committee. And you sit on 10 subcommittees, and you plan 12 tracks of amazing content. And at TLCC, that content is not just presented. The knowledge sharing takes the form that is best suited for the topic and encourages discussions. TLCC includes peer-to-peer presentations to learn from each other, panel discussions where you explore the most important topics and the challenges facing you at this time, information sessions on network products and valuable services by our trusted vendor partners, and many presentations on specific topics, and training sessions led by our talented Tessitura trainers, plus discussion sessions where you voice your questions to help stimulate dialogue that can result in very key insights. All this, 12 separate tracks for one conference. Let's hear it once again for the planning committees that put this great program together. Networking is where interactions happen and relationships and friendships have formed. There have even been marriages that have come out of this conference, for real. We have extensive and valuable networking opportunities like tonight's neighborhood networking and Tuesday's speed networking. And we have timely and tasty meals and breaks that provide great food and allow you to grab a snack, a coffee or tea, and have discussions about the sessions that you just came out of. We have a Tessitura lab where you can get your specific questions answered or seek specific advice on a challenge or an opportunity that you may have. And as Don said, we have open space discussions where you program the discussions. I'm lumping this into one reason, but you decide how many sessions there are, what's important to discuss, and you'll generate terrific topics from your peers to contribute to. I have a feeling it's going to be a very productive session this year. And for the first time, I'm looking forward to this, we have Tea and Inspire, where we'll hear really short but inspired speeches by 10 of your peers. And we have 5 general sessions like this one, where you'll not only gather here as a community, but around the world, as each one of these is being live streamed. So with that said, I'd like to welcome our global live stream audience. And a special welcome to our 6 Tessitura team members at home with broken legs and new babies. We miss you. And as you can see in this big room, we have 1,882 of you, the attendees of this amazing conference. Can you believe that number? You bring the passion, you bring the energy, you bring the knowledge, you bring the creativity, you bring the desire to improve, to collaborate, to strengthen your organizations. And you also bring the entertainment. 106 of you will sing in the chorus tonight. Don't miss it. 76 of you will play in the rock band, the Tessiturians, on Wednesday night. And you bring the competition. 385 of you indicated you're going to be up at 5:30 or 6 in the morning to run or walk in our 5K on Tuesday morning along the beautiful Potomac. And I'm going to see you there. And of course, none of this would happen without our great leadership of our conference chair and vice president of community, Don Youngberg. Our conference director, Heidi Pamplin, always with a smile on her face. And the amazing conference team that works year-round to make each conference better than the next. They plan, they organize, they execute every detail so the TLCC runs smoother than a Swiss watch. What a terrific 4.5 days that we have planned for you. When we have 40 sponsors here at TLCC, a record number. They supply services that are aligned with your needs. There are companies that we are vetted. There are spaces and showcases where you can meet them. But importantly, and this is key, they're interacting as community members, so you can get to know them too. Thank you for your supporting them, and thank you for thanking them. Their sponsorship keeps TLCC as affordable as possible, and their services help you do what you do. Community gathering goes way beyond TLCC. It has been great this past year to see the steep growth in regional conference attendance and the strong proliferation of regional Tessitura user groups organized by geography and by special interests. 370 Tessitura users gathered for the Tessitura European Conference in November in Nottingham. And we hope to see hundreds of you this November in Dublin. It's not just open to the Europeans. Come on over to Dublin. What a great city. Registration is now open. 235 attended the Australia-New Zealand Tessitura Regional User Conference in April in Sydney. Anstruck will be back in Melbourne in 2017. There were 9 new Tessitura user groups formed or reactivated this year. Means a total of 31 local and regional Tessitura user groups are active. Groups like Oink, TN Sky, Tug 35 in my hometown of Dallas, Fun, networking, learning, and knowledge sharing, local style, Texas style, I should say. Yes, technology plus services plus community. All 3 tenets of our mission are alive and well. The board of this network are alive and well as well. They are insiders, not outsiders. We are governed by a very supportive, collaborative 12-person board of directors from you, representing member organizations of all sizes, multiple genres, and from all continents. Your company, our company, the Tessitura Network is strong. And Team Tessitura is stronger than ever. We added 47 team members since TLCC 2015. Yes, 47 people, and they are all fantastic. I have said it before, and I will say it again. It is such a privilege to work alongside the absolute best, most dedicated, most passionate, most empathetic, most innovative, most fun team in the industry. It is my distinct pleasure each year at TLCC to introduce you to Team Tessitura. This year is no exception. As a matter of fact, this creative team has put together a video to introduce themselves. So let's roll it.
To play some music.
It's time to light the lights.
It's time to get things started. Tessitura show tonight. It's time to raise some money.
Be sure to code it right.
Check the documentation.
Tessitura show tonight.
Why do they always come here?
I guess we'll never know, but we will scan the tickets so they can watch the show.
It's time to check the servers.
Are they all working right?
Did someone check the website?
Tessitura show tonight.
To make sure it's all working is what I'm here to do.
And so it makes me happy to introduce to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Team Tessitura.
So now let's get it started.
Why don't we get it started?
It's time to get things started. On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, tessitational. It's time for the Tessitura Show. Sensational, inspirational, celebrational, tessitational. It's time for the Tessitura Show.
Let's hear it again for Team Tessitura. I'd like to ask Team Tessitura, all members of the Tessitura Network team, to please stand up. Let us thank you. Let us recognize you for everything that you do. I and we, the Tessitura Network team, look forward to helping you contribute, to share knowledge, leave with more ideas than you came with, and to contribute to your success. That is our mission. That is our reason for being here. We are proud to support your missions to bring arts and culture to the world. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your support, and enjoy the week.